Nobody expected what happened backstage that night. Not the crew, not the cast, and certainly not the fans. Amara La Negra, known for her confidence, grace, and unapologetic attitude, was suddenly at the center of an explosive moment that has taken the internet by storm. The cameras weren't supposed to be rolling. The producers thought they had cut to commercial. But what unfolded behind the velvet curtain left jaws on the floor and social media on fire. It started with whispers. Quiet tension between Amara and another cast member who had been throwing shade for weeks. But nobody imagined it would boil over into a full-blown screaming match that turned physical. And here's the twist. The whole thing was caught on camera, raw, unedited. And it didn't take long before the leaked footage spread like wildfire. Fans were stunned, insiders are scrambling, and everyone wants to know what really happened backstage that night. What pushed Amara to the edge? Who threw the first punch? And why are producers now under fire for letting it all happen in front of rolling cameras? Get ready, because this is the kind of drama reality TV was made for. And it's only just begun. The backstage corridor was dimly lit, pulsing with the low hum of production chatter and the faint echo of audience applause. Filtering in from the main stage, Amara La Negra had just finished a fiery segment filled with side eyes and barely veiled tension from her co-star, a former friend-turned-rival named Tanya Blaze. Amara walked off set, heels clicking hard against the concrete floor, energy still, vibrating through her as if the spotlight hadn't left her face. She muttered under her breath, "She better not try me again," as her assistant handed her a water bottle and whispered, "You okay?" Amara didn't answer. Her jaw clenched, tight. She had kept her cool on stage, but everyone around her could feel the storm brewing. Crew members exchanged nervous glances. Something wasn't right. Then, like a scene ripped straight from a scripted soap, Tanya appeared out of nowhere, flanked by her manager and a camera operator who was testing angles. But everyone knew what that meant. The tension spiked, instantly. Tanya smirked. "Girl, you really think you're the only queen on this show?" she said, loud enough to draw the attention of a makeup artist nearby. Amara's eyes narrowed. "Don't start with me backstage. I'm not mic'd up, and this ain't for show," she said, stepping forward with slow, calculated steps. Her voice was low, but it carried weight. A kind of warning. Tanya laughed, the kind of laugh that made everyone stop moving. "Oh, so now you tough without your fanbase screaming for you?" She leaned in. "You always were fake. Even your tears." Amara's hand tightened around her water bottle. She didn't blink. "Say one more thing about me and you'll find out just how real I can get." From the shadows, someone muttered, "Yo, is that camera still rolling?" The answer? Yes, it was. And not just one. 2 different handheld cameras and a boom mic operator were still positioned nearby. They weren't supposed to be filming. But the moment was too hot to miss. Within seconds, voices were raised. Amara stepped closer. Tanya didn't back down. The 2 women were nearly chest to chest now, and the hallway had gone silent. Everyone was watching. No one was interfering. Even the executive producer on site stood frozen behind a curtain, watching from a distance. "Don't act like you didn't try to sabotage me," Amara said, voice shaking not from fear, but fury. "You went to producers and said I wasn't marketable enough. You tried to cut my storyline out of the reunion. You tried to erase me," Tanya's eyes flashed. "You erased yourself when you started believing your own hype. You forgot who helped you climb in the first place. There. It was the history. Fans had speculated for months about a fallout between the 2, but this was the first time they'd seen the truth play out. Raw, unfiltered, and uncut. And then it happened. Tanya rolled her eyes, turned to walk away, and muttered a final, dig under her breath, just loud enough for Amara to hear. "No wonder Ray J didn't want you in his circle." Amara lunged. The camera caught the exact second her hand reached out, grabbing Tanya's shoulder and spinning her back around. Tanya shoved her in response. Bodies collided. People screamed. Water bottles flew. Nails scratched. It was chaos, and every second was caught on tape. Security rushed in, tearing the women apart. Amara's wig was slightly shifted. Tanya's jacket was ripped at the sleeve. A makeup brush went flying, and behind them, a stunned production assistant could be seen gasping, mouth covered in disbelief. "Stop the cameras! Stop rolling!" someone shouted. Too late, the footage had already been backed up to the cloud through the live feed server, and someone, no one knows who, leaked it that same night. Within hours, the clip had hit social media. Fans went feral. Hashtags like Mar Amara Brawl, Ma Tanya Drama, and Backstage Blowup started trending on Twitter and Instagram. Even gossip blogs that usually stayed quiet were posting frame-by-frame breakdowns of the fight. Everyone had an opinion. Amara was defending herself. Tanya provoked it. This ain't love and hip-hop no more. This is war. And behind the scenes, producers panicked. Lawyers got involved. Endas were reviewed. And the network was caught in the middle of a storm they didn't know how to contain. By morning, Amara had gone silent. She didn't post, she didn't go live, but she was watching everything. And what she saw, the comments, the betrayal, the silence from those she once trusted, only added fuel to a fire that wasn't done burning. Meanwhile, Tanya, she posted a cryptic Instagram story that read, "Some people expose themselves when the cameras aren't even on." Amara reposted it with a black screen and one word in white text, "Say less." The morning after the fight, the entire production unit was on edge. Inside the trailers, tension buzzed louder than any makeup brush or curling iron. Texts were flying between executives, phones rang nonstop, and social media managers were glued to their screens, watching the hashtags explode in real time. Amara La Negra had not spoken publicly. Not yet. But her silence wasn't weakness. It was strategy. She was waiting, observing, and when her name trended above the actual episode that aired the night before, she knew she had control of the narrative. Or at least a piece of it. Backstage crew who witnessed the fight were now being asked to sign incident addendums. Producers tried calming the situation, but the damage was done. Leaked footage doesn't get unseen, and Amara's explosive reaction wasn't just news. It was fuel for every gossip blog, fan page, and reaction channel on the internet. In the midst of this, someone unexpected stepped into the fray. Princess Love, the same princess who'd once exchanged heartfelt messages with Amara on camera. The same princess who had defended her during Season 7's infamous Dressgate. Now, she posted a tweet that said, "Be careful who you call sis. Not everyone praying for your glow is clapping for your growth." Fans instantly picked up the subtext. Was that about Amara? Whoa! So now Princess is siding with Tanya? The tweet went viral within hours. Princess tried to delete it, but screenshots live forever. And within minutes, the comment sections were burning. What happened to loyalty? Amara helped you. So y'all really switched sides for camera time? But what truly sent shockwaves? An anonymous blog post on a shady insider site claimed that the fight between Amara and Tanya wasn't even the real drama. It was what happened before the cameras even got there. According to this leak, Tanya had been feeding information to Princess Love for weeks, claiming that Amara had been getting too cozy with someone close to her inner circle, specifically her ex. And while no name was mentioned in the blog, fans instantly knew who that meant. Ray J, one commenter, wrote, "Don't tell me Amara messed with Ray J. Please no." Another said, "This the same girl who cried on TV about fake friends. Look in the mirror." Suddenly the fight wasn't just about a hallway scuffle, it was about betrayal, about blurred lines, about a bond broken so deep, even love and hip-hop producers didn't know how to handle it. Meanwhile, Tanya was leaning in hard. On her Instagram Live, she smiled into the camera. "I'm not saying who did what," she said, sipping a drink with a lime wedge. "But let's just say some people got caught playing games and lost the whole board." The comments were a mess. Amara finna clap back hard. "Girl, you've been salty since Season 6. This is why y'all can't be trusted." And just when it felt like the chaos couldn't escalate more, it did. Because Ray J, always the wild card, posted a blurry photo to his story. It was him sitting at a lounge with a woman's arm barely in frame. The bracelet on the wrist, identical to one Amara had posted just a day prior. No caption, no tag, just a flame emoji. Social media exploded. Was it recent? Was it intentional? Was Ray J trying to throw gas on the fire? Amara stayed quiet, but then, finally, she broke her silence. On her own live, Amara sat in a car, hair pulled back, no makeup. Raw, honest, emotional. "Y'all love to tear a woman down," she said, voice cracking. "I've been nothing, but loyal to everyone around me. I got set up, I got cornered, and I defended myself. Yes, I said what I said. Yes, I did what I did. But don't act like I started it. The live had over 1.3 million views in under 6 hours. Under 6 hours. Fans were divided. She had every right to go off. She handled it better than most would have. Nah, she looking guilty F. And in the middle of it all, an old voice returned. Bobby Lights. Never one to miss a moment, Bobby tweeted. I told y'all 2 seasons ago, Amara wasn't who y'all thought she was. Then he posted a meme of someone ducking flying shoes with the caption, Backstage be like. By now, the production team was scrambling. Not because of the fights they could handle, but because the story was out of their control. Cast members were breaking NDAs, alliances were shifting daily, and the press cycle wasn't slowing down. An emergency meeting was called. Amara was told to stand down, stay quiet, let things settle. Her reply? Nah, I'm not the villain. And I'm not your puppet. The tension reached a boiling point during the next filming block. Princess showed up 2 hours late. Tanya walked in with a new bodyguard. And Amara? She came alone. Head held high, wearing sunglasses inside. As the cameras rolled, producers tried keeping things light, but no one smiled, no one joked. And when Amara and Princess sat down for their first face-to-face since the tweet, it was silent. So silent, you could hear someone sipping a straw off camera. Then Princess said it, calmly, slowly, but with venom behind every word. You looked me in my face and said I could trust you. Amara blinked. And you posted a tweet that made everyone turn on me. Princess leaned in. You did that to yourself. Amara's hand hit the table. Say it. Just say what you really mean. Princess stared. I think you crossed the line with Ray. And you didn't care who you hurt, Amara whispered. That's a lie, Princess nodded. Then prove it. Camera zoomed in. Producers held their breath. The silence that followed Princess Love's challenge was thicker than the tension backstage. Even the cameramen seemed to freeze as if afraid a single movement might ignite something they couldn't undo. Amara La Negra leaned back in her seat. Eyes locked on Princess, jaw clenched so tight you could almost hear it grind. Then she spoke. Low, slow, and deliberate. You really think I'd stoop that low? After everything we've been through? Princess didn't blink. I think you already did. Within hours, fans began dissecting the confrontation from every angle. The clip leaked on a fan-run forum with the caption, "This ain't love and hip-hop, this is war." It went viral in minutes. Reactions poured in across platforms. Amara's face says everything. Princess ain't wrong. That betrayal hit deep. Yo, this reunion bout to be nuclear. But while fans were obsessing over the face-off, something even more explosive was bubbling beneath the surface. A third woman came forward. Not just any woman, but Shanice, a former backup dancer turned influencer who had worked on multiple tour sets with Ray J. And she claimed she had video proof that Amara and Ray J were more than just friends, and that the footage was recorded on the night of the fight in Teal. An Instagram reel that racked up over 3 million views, Shanice looked straight into the camera and said, "Everybody want to act innocent when the cameras roll. But I was there. I saw the way he looked at her, the way she looked at him. And when you see what I saw, you'll understand why Princess snapped." The comments erupted. Drop the footage? She lying for clout. Nah, this got layers. But what shook everyone was that a few hours later, she did drop the footage. Grainy but clear, the video showed Ray J and Amara standing close backstage, moments before the alleged fight. Ray had his hand on her lower back. They were whispering, laughing. And then, at the end of the clip, he leaned in. Not for a kiss, but close enough that fans could imagine it. One fan wrote, "He was about 2 millimeters from her lips. That ain't no innocent convo." Another said, "Ray J got a whole wife and still playing like this?" The backlash was swift. Princess posted a black screen to her Instagram stories with just 4 words. "Now y'all believe me, Amara." Responded an hour later with a story of her own. A black and white boomerang of her staring into the mirror, captioned, "Don't confuse a moment for a motive. Receipts can lie too." Meanwhile, Ray J, true to form, played both sides. He went live on his page with a cigar in hand, talking circles around the truth. Look, people love drama. I love my people. I ain't here to disrespect nobody. Me and Amara, we cool, we vibin', we creative souls. But don't let no shaky comm video tell you who I am. One fan commented, He basically said yes without saying yes. The cast was imploding. Production delayed shooting for 48 hours. Lawyers were involved. NDAs were being reviewed. But it was already too late. The narrative had escaped their control. Bobby Lights jumped in again, posting a meme of Amara with the caption, "Sis really said she was booked and busy. Booked in Ray J's section and busy catching feelings." Fans were eating it up. Drama channels broke it into chapters. TikTok was flooded with reenactments. And in the midst of it all, another voice emerged. Mona Scott Young herself. In a rare move, Mona went live with a cryptic message. Sometimes truth leaks louder than lies. Stay tuned. The implication? This was far from over. As filming resumed, the vibe was icy. Security was doubled. Seating arrangements were changed. And when Amara walked onto the set, no one made eye contact. She sat quietly, tapping her nails. On the armrest, while across from her, Princess whispered something into Tanya's ear. They both laughed. Amara finally said, "Laugh all you want. Just remember who started this mess." Tanya snapped, "Girl, please. You started it the moment you crossed that line." Amara's voice rose. "You weren't even there." Princess cut in, calm but deadly. She didn't need to be. The footage spoke for itself. Amara's hand clenched. "You mean the footage your little pet snake leaked? The one where we were having a private conversation that had nothing to do with you?" Princess stood up. "Private? With someone else's husband?" "Yeah, okay." Producers rushed in. Security stepped between them. And just when it seemed like fists might fly again, someone new walked in. It was Ray J. He wasn't supposed to be on set that day. He wasn't even on the call sheet. But there he was, wearing shades, chain swinging, lips pressed tight. "What's all this?" he said. The room froze. Princess stared. "What are you doing here?" Ray shrugged. "Figured I should speak for myself, since everybody else speaking for me." Amara looked like she'd seen a ghost. Ray took a deep breath. "Look, I ain't perfect. And yeah, I got history with a lot of people. But Amara, we cool. We been cool. And if that's a crime now, then lock me up." Princess's eyes narrowed. "So you admit something happened?" Ray paused. "I admit, I was out of pocket, but not like y'all think." Amara stood up. "No, don't do that. Don't act like I was just some random moment. You told me..." She stopped herself. Princess stepped forward. "He told you what? Told you what?" Amara turned away, voice trembling. "Nothing. Forget it." But the damage was done. Producers signaled to cut the cameras. Ray J looked between the two women, then back at the crew. "You wanted a show, right? Well, here it is." The cameras had cut, but the drama kept rolling. Producers tried to call for a reset, but the energy in the room was radioactive. Amara stormed off set, heels clacking down the hallway like a ticking bomb, while Princess stood frozen in place, still processing what she just heard. Backstage, Amara slammed the door of her dressing room and collapsed onto the couch, face buried in her hands. Her manager, Jules, hovered nearby, phone in hand, whispering updates from the outside world. "Girl, you're trending everywhere. TikTok, Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked. They all got clips. And the comments are wild." Amara didn't even lift her head. "I should have never come back for this season." Meanwhile, on the other side of the studio, Princess was pacing like a storm on the verge of hitting land. Her best friend Asia tried to calm her. "Princess, you need to breathe. This is exactly what they want. Chaos, ratings, tears." "This ain't about ratings," Princess snapped. "This is about respect." And she crossed the damn line, but it wasn't over yet. The producers knew they had to finish the shoot. The storyline was boiling, and the climax hadn't hit. So they made a decision, a private sit-down. One final confrontation between Princess and Amara. No audience, no distractions. Just truth, pain, and cameras rolling silently in the background. Hours later, Amara walked into the room first. No makeup, hair pulled back. Vulnerable. Raw. Princess entered seconds later. Arms crossed, face unreadable. The tension was thick, enough to slice with a knife. Amara broke the silence. "I never meant for it to go this far." Princess raised an eyebrow. "You mean the part where you flirted with my husband? Or the part where the whole world's watching me fall apart?" Amara's voice cracked. "He made me feel seen, like I wasn't just another name on a cast list." but I never wanted to hurt you." "You did," Princess said. "And not just me. Our family, our kids, our future." Amara wiped a tear. "I get it. You hate me. And maybe I deserve it. But don't act like he didn't play you too." The words hit Princess like a slap. "You don't get to flip this," she snapped. "You knew what he meant to me. You saw what we were trying to rebuild, and you still let it happen." Amara stood up. "Fine, hate me, drag me, cancel me. But I won't lie to protect someone who keeps making us all look like fools." Princess didn't move. Her eyes burned with tears, but she held them back. "You think this is about lies? It's about trust. And once it's broken, it don't matter who's holding the pieces." Outside the room, producers were in a frenzy. Every word was gold. The footage was going to be explosive. But then, another twist. Ray J posted on his Instagram story a cryptic black and white photo of a broken ring on the floor, captioned, "Sometimes you gotta lose it all to find yourself." The internet imploded. Did he and Princess just break up? Was that his way of confirming everything? What now? Back in the sit-down, Princess got up to leave. Amara said one last thing. "You don't have to forgive me, but don't let him make us enemies when he's the one who played." "Us both." Princess paused, hand on the doorknob. "You're right, but that don't mean I'll ever forget." She walked out. Amara sank back down, broken but strangely free. Meanwhile, fans were going wild. Team Princess hashtags dominated. Twitter, Team Amara clapped back with edited videos, showing moments from past seasons where Princess had disrespected others. Old drama resurfaced. Timelines were flooded. It was no longer just about the fight. It was a full-blown civil war in the fandom. But behind the scenes, one more person had something to say. Trina, queen of keeping it real, took to her live. With a warning shot, "I've been in this game too long to not see what's really happening." Ray J playing y'all like a chessboard. And the sad part? Nobody wins, not Amara, not Princess, not even him. Then came the final blow. A voicemail. Leaked, not from Ray J, not from Amara, but from Ray J's personal assistant, a voice message sent weeks earlier where he casually mentioned that little moment with Amara backstage and joked about how the cameras probably caught it. Fans immediately connected the dots. He knew it would leak. This whole thing was a setup. He used them both for a storyline. Suddenly the narrative flipped again. Was this all orchestrated? A clout-chasing move gone wrong? Had Ray J manipulated the drama for relevance? And just as the dust began to settle, production dropped the teaser for the next reunion episode. The final line? A voiceover from Amara saying, "You thought that was the whole story? Nah, baby. We just getting started." The teaser had barely been out an hour when chaos reignited online. Fans dissected every frame, from the blurred-out silhouette standing in the corner of the leaked footage to the suspicious timing of Ray J's ring post. Hashtags like "Nakamura exposed," "War Princess betrayed," and "Not Ray J setup" flooded every social media platform. Conspiracy threads popped up faster than anyone could scroll. And just like that, the drama went nuclear again. Inside the studio offices, producers were in full crisis mode. Or opportunity mode, depending on how you looked at it. They had just received a tip. Someone from Amara's entourage had come forward anonymously. Not for clout, not for cash, but because they couldn't stay silent anymore. And they had emails, real ones. From Ray J himself, the emails painted a twisted picture. Subject lines like, "Let's make headlines," "camera timing," and "conflict equals ratings" hinted that this entire mess, from the flirtation to the leaked footage, had been planted. Not just allowed, but engineered. "They'll eat it up," one line read. "Amara's got fire. Princess will snap. It's gold." And right at the bottom of one email chain, a chilling signature. Argius. When producers confronted Ray J off camera, his response was cool as ever. "Man, it's entertainment. Ain't this what y'all wanted?" But Princess didn't see it. That way, the next morning she went live. No glam team, no filter, no script. "You think this is a joke?" she said, voice shaking. "You played with my life, my love. For what? A clip? A storyline? How dare you?" Millions tuned in as she cried not from sadness, but from rage. She pulled up one of the emails live on screen and read it word for word. Fans watching were stunned. There was no denying it now. Ray J had orchestrated the drama for attention. and the heartbreak was real. Amara, seeing all this unfold, dropped her own video hours later. This time in a hoodie, no makeup, sitting on her living room couch. "I didn't know," she began. "I swear I didn't know it was being planned behind my back. I thought he really cared. I thought maybe he saw something in me. But now I just feel used. And I owe Princess the truth." She paused, then added, "This ain't who I let someone else write my story. But not anymore." Comments poured in. Amara redeemed herself. Ray J is canceled. This is worse than love and hip-hop ever imagined. But the producers weren't done yet, because the anonymous insider had also leaked security cam footage, never meant to air, showing Amara and Ray J weeks before the drama exploded in a hotel lobby, laughing, talking closely. Ray J whispering something into her ear before they disappeared into the elevator. It was silent. No audio, just body language. And it said more than any voice could. Princess saw it. Her face, when she watched, was unreadable. Not rage, not pain, just silence. Then she made a call to someone nobody expected. Trina. "I need out," Princess said. "Out of the show, out of the lies, out of everything." Trina, ever the big sister of the scene, simply replied, "You don't need to explain, baby. Walk your truth." And so Princess did. She posted a photo of her holding her kids' hands, walking away from the camera. Captioned simply, "Healing starts now." Fans broke down. She deserves peace. This is real strength. No more toxic love stories. But the finale still had to air. And in it, producers included one last twist. They aired the leaked voicemail. Not just parts, the whole thing. The moment Ray J laughed about starting a fire and watching it burn. They even included his joking suggestion. "Yo, imagine if Princess and Amara actually threw hands. That'd break the internet." The reaction? Explosive.tv critics dragged the show for going too far. Sponsors pulled out. And Ray J, the man at the center, finally cracked. Days later, a paparazzi caught him outside a hotel, sunglasses on, hoodie pulled low. When asked if he had anything to say to Princess or Amara, he just muttered, "I lost everything for 15 minutes of fame." And then came the surprise reunion special. Amara showed up. Princess didn't. Instead, the host read a letter from Princess, written in her own words. "I'm not here to perform anymore. I'm not here to bleed for cameras. My story doesn't end with betrayal. It begins with healing. And I hope everyone watching knows you don't have to stay in the chaos to feel seen." The audience applauded. Amara cried. And the final scene, a quiet moment of Amara, walking alone along the beach, voiceover saying, "Sometimes the truth doesn't break you. It frees you." The screen faded to black. And now, as the world reacts, the question remains, was this all worth it? Or did reality TV finally cross the line from scripted to scarred? Stay tuned, and just like that, the glitz turned to grit. From reality show lights to raw heartbreak. What started as a dramatic twist became a cautionary tale. Amara La Negra, once the center of a stage scandal, now stands in the shadows of betrayal. Princess Love walked away with dignity, while Ray J's empire cracked beneath the weight of his own manipulation. Fans didn't just witness a fight, they witnessed the cost of manufacturing chaos in the name of fame. What does this mean for the future of reality TV? Is there still a line between entertainment and exploitation? When the cameras never stop rolling, who protects the hearts that get broken behind the scenes? Viewers are divided. Some are calling for cancellations, others for redemption. But one thing is clear, this wasn't just drama. It was real pain wrapped in a pretty package. A performance that left scars far deeper than the screen can show. And now it's your turn. What do you think really happened? Was Amara complicit or just caught in the storm? Did Ray J go too far in chasing the spotlight? And is there any coming? Back from the damage done? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. Make sure to like this video if you were just as shocked by the truth behind the scenes, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that take you beyond the headlines. Hit that bell so you never miss another explosive update, because in the world of fame, one whisper can become a war, and one secret can change everything. We're watching, we're listening, and we'll be back. Stay locked in. This story is far from over.